What's good, y'all? Back at it. Take a time out. It's back, man. I don't know about y'all, but I feel like October is the best month for sports.
Yep.
Yeah.
For sure. I mean, it's not only my birthday month, but I mean, what a better time. I mean, the NBA's kicking off. We're recording on Tuesday, so they just tipped off and they're playing, and the NFL's going, and I mean, what a better time to be alive, man. But we're just gonna hop into Week 7 reactions for y'all. Not too many games that we're gonna touch on, but the key ones that we watched. Browns beat the Colts. Sorry, no shots. 39-38. You got any thoughts, Kyler? You can go first.
I definitely I didn't catch the beginning of this game, but I caught halftime to the end. This was actually, I'd say, a top 3 game of the year, in my opinion, at least. This game came all the way down to literally the very last second in the game. Myles Garrett looked like an absolute beast out there on the field. I think he was a big reason why the Browns did win this game. Not too many overall thoughts besides like Minshew's playing really good as a throwing quarterback for the Colts. At least their receiving core looks a lot more comfortable with him throwing the rock, just because he's more of a passing quarterback for that Colts team. But yeah, I mean it was a really fun game to watch, and Browns pulled away at the very last second. Thank you, refs.
Yeah, we all watched this together, except Kyler, in my basement for my birthday. And, man, I wasn't expecting much from Minshew Mania. And that dude came out, 2 rushing touchdowns. We just kept talking about what if you bet them 2 rushing touchdowns. Like, you've been sitting pretty, man. But Myles Garrett was the story of the game. I mean, dude was absolutely tearing it up. Blocked a field goal. Like, man, like, we just gotta keep remembering when we talk about the top 5 pass rushers, and it's such a deep league when it comes to pass rushers. So it's hard to. I mean, it's not hard when you live in Cleveland, but I mean in the Ohio area. But man, what a good game though for sure. Y'all got anything?
For one, I did not expect these teams to score anywhere near 38, 39 points. I thought this was going to be like this might have been like the total points of the game.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, I mean, this game was just so fluky for both teams. The Colts had like 2 touchdowns on 2 busted plays. I believe it was Myles Garrett that jumped off sides both times. And the DBs just like, they're like, oh, there's people running behind us. And then, the Colts got 2 touchdowns off of that. And then, like you said, Gardner Minshew looking like Vanilla Vic out there. But the Browns, at the end of the day, I mean, they won this game, so tip my hat to them. And this was a bad week for a Bengals fan. All the AFC North teams won.
Yeah, I'm just really surprised the Colts did put up that many points against the Browns defense. I mean, coming into this week, I think the Browns were rated 1 in defense. I think they still are afterwards, but I don't know. I mean, think about some of the offenses they've played already, and the Colts with a backup quarterback come in and drop 38 on them when they haven't even really went over 20 points this year. So, I don't know. I just thought that was really impressive from Gardner. Because the Browns' defense did look kind of confused throughout the game a little bit. They were kind of dissecting them.
I'll give this next game in. We got the Steelers beating the Rams 24-17. My takeaways from this game is that the Steelers' offense puts it together half as well as they did in that game. I think they're for sure a playoff team. They got the running game going. We finally saw Najee Harris find the end zone.
Busted out them jeans.
Yeah, he busted out them jeans, and it was kind of got a little smile on my face seeing that after we kind of talked bad about him, but rightfully so. I mean, he's been struggling.
Sure, me too. He's on my fantasy team.
Yeah, I know. But going forward, the Steelers, I mean, their defense did bail them out again, but they got production from the offense, and if they want to go anywhere in this coming season, like going forward, they had to get production out of their offense like they did in that game.
Yeah. I don't got much to take away from the game except that Puka catch. That was raw.
Yeah, that was nasty.
Dude, that was like, man, him and Cooper Kupp, man, like, whew. If they can just get some veterans behind there once again, what a dangerous little tandem they got going.
Yeah, I think this game was more about just the Steelers' defense in general. I mean, I even said before this game, like, I thought the Rams were going to win with ease because I just thought the Rams were too good of an offense and the Steelers were too bad of an offense. But, I mean, the Steelers' defense, they did their job. And when Kenny Pickett had to step up, he stepped up. And the game ended on a little bit of controversy. But same thing with the Browns. I mean, like, whether you get bailed out by the refs or not, you won for the week. So I can't ever discredit a win.
Yeah. Does anybody know, is TJ Watt odds-on favorite to win Defensive Player of the Year right now?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
The thing about that is just like, I feel like the odds kind of drop in my eyes when it's a back-to-back. People don't like a back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year or MVP or whatever the case may be. So
Yeah.
in my eyes, I don't like taking that. I like Myles Garrett.
Yeah.
But right now, J.J. Watt is the Defensive Player of the Year,
Hmm.
at least for me.
All right, well, I'll take this next one, man. The Chiefs beat the Chargers 31-17. Man, I've been saying it all year, man. The Chargers are pretenders. They've just been pretending all year like they're going to do something. And a lot of people, like I remember we were contacting the group chat, and one of our buddies shouted out, like, Chiefs, best team in the league. And I just can't give it to them after beating the Chargers, man. Like, that's not a big win in my eyes. And but Chiefs, man, I mean, the Kelsey Swift, I mean, when he plays, when she's there, I mean, it's there, man. Like, all the good things are going in their favor. Rasheed Rice is getting going. But the biggest takeaway for me was, is Herbert's finger going to heal up anytime soon? And because he was missing Keenan Allen once again and stuff like that. Tension's starting to build up a little bit. But moving forward, like I said, I'm just looking forward to next year for the Chargers. So,
Yeah. I think more now than ever, like, in my head, quarterback and head coach are just so far and above more important than any other two positions in football. I mean, you look at the Ravens and what they're doing with how they've been winning games with Lamar and just overall coaching, and then the Chiefs, I mean, when they lost to the Lions, I thought this team was going to, like, take a step down. And they've been at the top of the AFC since. I know it's just the Chargers, but that's a divisional opponent. Like, you should beat the Chargers, but, I mean, the Chiefs look legit. And I hate to say that, but it's the truth. And then, yeah, I'm right there with you. We've been saying all year the Chargers are pretenders. They are every single year. And they have just one of the worst fan bases on Twitter, so they don't deserve nothing this year.
So for the Chiefs, I think something that's kind of been overlooked these first, like, 7 games they played is how great this defense is.
Yeah.
I mean, they got a great secondary. They got Chris Jones in the middle. It's just that's what I think will take this team far this year, with Mahomes not really having the weapons he's had in the past.
Mm-hmm.
For the Chargers, and kind of looking ahead for, like, you Browns and Bengals fans, I think this helps a lot because I predicted, like, the Chargers kind of being like that sneaky wild card team. But as you're looking at the standings for the year to come, it's just going to be, for right now, the AFC North, like, in those wild card spots. So I know you have, like, the Bills going downhill right now, and you got the AFC South is kind of up in the air, but
The Dolphins are looking.
yeah, the Dolphins. I mean, I'm just saying for, like, the wild card spots, because you're going to have
Right.
3 of those.
Mhm.
So with the Chargers not being who we thought they were, and the Bills kind of not being who we thought they were, it's good for the Browns, the Steelers, the Bengals if the Ravens do run away with the division.
Right, like,
Yeah.
could we see 4 teams from the same division?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's
Which
it'll
is
be-
it's a possibility, but it's such a slim possibility. But I think that'd be so sweet.
Yeah, but, I mean, we've been talking about it all year. That division's going to be tough, and if they're all sitting there at a little bit above 500, man,
and that's what it's looking right
Be
now.
crazy.
The Browns and the Steelers right now are in the wild card. So
we promised that we wouldn't talk about the Patriots again, and then they go ahead and knock off the Bills.
They deserve it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, my biggest takeaway is if you guys give to Zeke one more time inside that 5-yard line, and don't give that thing to Ramondre, I might pull my hair out, man. I mean, it's like that Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt situation where he like runs them all the way down the field, and then you just put Kareem Hunt in. Like that's the vibes I'm on right now. So I feel for y'all Browns fans when that was happening. But man, I mean, Josh Allen, man, streaky. He's like I'm not even gonna. I almost said the Michael Porter Jr. of the NFL, but that would be a little disrespectful. But I don't know what to compare him to. But it is streakiness in the regular season and the playoffs. So I'm just looking forward to see what the Bills do next. So.
Yeah, just real quick on this game. I watched a little bit of it. I just think every time the Bills do lose a game, I feel like it's always self-inflicted. And I feel like Josh Allen usually starts that game out bad. I feel like we've seen that week 1 when he started with the Jets, just came out bad. They ended up losing that game. And I kind of feel like that was kind of a rerun for this game as well. I think it was like the first drive, first play. I don't know if it was the first play, but I think he threw a pick like right off the rip. Kind of put them in a bad position off the get-go. So I feel like this Bills team obviously is really good. We've seen enough of them, but they also have these moments like Nate said, if you get into week 13 where you're having these, or even in the playoffs, like you're not going to be able to pull through with these. So I agree with the Josh Allen being streaky because that was my biggest takeaway from this game.
Yeah, and I don't know what the spread was on this game, but the Bills had no business. Like, this had no business even being a close game.
It was like 8.5, yeah.
So, shout out to Belichick. I've been preaching for weeks now the Bills are fraudulent, and this just further proves it. And I mean, for as much, rightfully so, but for as much slack we've given Mac Jones, this was one of the better games that he played, so
Definitely.
tip my hat to him.
Sadly.
Yeah, I got nothing for that game.
All right, take the next one, James.
All right, so we got the Eagles beating the Dolphins 31-17. For this game, it's a testament to how good this Eagles defense is, and me and Dom kind of called this game exactly how it went. When you get the Eagles that are such like a slow-paced team, run the ball down your throat, and then you get the Dolphins that's fast-paced, I didn't think this game was going to be like super high scoring. I mean, at 31-17, it's not as high scoring as some people thought it'd be, but when the Eagles can beat you like that, the refs had a huge part in that. I fell asleep at halftime, so yeah, that's what I got.
I think the story of this game came down to some of the flags. I didn't watch this game personally, but I seen like the after like just some stats afterwards. The Eagles had, the Dolphins had 10 penalties to the Eagles 0 this whole entire game. Now, if you're getting 10 penalties to 0, I'm not saying there's rigging going on, but there's something going on because there's no way that team did not commit a single penalty all game that was not caught. I'm just saying that.
Yeah, I think I should have just listened to y'all about what you said before the game because that's exactly how it played out.
Did you bet some overs on this game?
No.
I was about to say.
Wasn't that dumb.
Bad beats.
But this game started out just the Dolphins couldn't do anything on offense. And then towards the end of the half, they got a touchdown to Tyreek Hill that gave them a little bit of life, but after that, the offense went back to just doing absolutely nothing. Like, their other 7 points in the game came from a pick six. So, I mean, yeah, the Eagles, like, I think I can say with confidence, like, before this week, I was saying the Niners were the best team, but right now I think the Eagles are definitely the best team in the NFL.
Good transition. It's a Monday Night Football. The lights are shining. Kirk Cousins walking out the tunnel, sitting at 2-10. Everybody's watching, just waiting for our collapse and our demise. And we pull out the dub, man. I was like so excited watching this game just because I've been mailing it in the past 2 weeks. We beat the Bears and the offense looked absolutely like we were just in shambles. And then Jordan Addison should have had 3 touchdowns this game, and the PI was called. And, man, I mean, when we were missing one lineman in Ezra Cleveland, our left guard. When all the line's there and we're not fumbling the ball, like, I see what you guys were saying at the beginning of the year. Like, we can control, like, what we do offensively and all that. So, man, it kind of brought me to the light a little bit of what this team could be moving forward in the next coming years. So, man, I was just happy. That Jordan Addison play, I ran around my house like 5 times when he absolutely snagged that ball out of his hands.
That
Took
was
it to the
nuts.
crib.
Yeah, and then because to start the game, they picked us off. Remember when Addison, they dragged it out of Addison's hands. So for him to get that back was awesome. So
And that was right before half, wasn't it?
yeah,
So like that was like
yeah, like 13 seconds left.
yeah.
Go ahead and say it, Nate. Who's fraudulent? Go ahead and say it.
Glock Purdy. No, in all seriousness, turnovers is definitely what killed the Niners in this game. I mean, and just the Vikings offense, like, yeah, we've been trying to tell you all year.
Right.
Kirk Cousins, I used to not be a believer, but I think after this season, like, just the way he's been able to work with everything that's around him, and
Yeah.
the defense finally showed up this game, which is nice to see,
Yeah, got pressure.
especially in prime time, yeah.
Yeah, and like you said, man, like who would have expected us to have more rush yards than them? Because
Mhm.
we were last in the league, so it was just a weird game on that end. And man, I'm just happy now.
Yeah.
It was a good way to end end the week for me, man. If y'all don't got any more thoughts, man, let's go ahead and hop into the week 8 picks,
Yeah.
man. Not a good week for us last week, man.
Mm-mm.
We got to redeem ourselves, boys. So let's get into it. Thursday night football. Bucks are at the Bills. Bills are favored by 8.5. Believe it or not. Give me the Bills though.
Taking the
Bounce back.
Bills. Definitely the Bills.
Bills.
Give me the Bills, but I don't like that.
No, that's a lot of
Yeah,
points
that's crazy.
for a team that can score points.
Texans are at the Panthers.
About all the rookies.
Yeah, a little rookie matchup right here. Give me the Texans, man.
Taking Texans as well.
Yeah,
Boise
give me
Drake.
Houston.
Give me Houston, but I think this could be a trap game, and
Mhm.
I think Carolina's going to win a game at some point this season. And they're coming off a bye.
You thinking a Thielen masterclass this game?
I'm just saying I wouldn't be surprised if Carolina does pull out the win, but I'm gonna go safe
No,
here
I can see it.
and see.
I can
Say
see it.
Texans will win this one.
For sure. Rams are at the Cowboys. Man, we wouldn't have thought this would be a really good game, but it is now at this point in the season. Give me the Cowboys. They're at home. That's my reason.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. I like the Cowboys because they're at home, but don't sleep on this Rams. I think they might tear up the secondary against the Cowboys.
Mhm.
I really do, but I'm going to take the Cowboys reluctantly.
I don't know what I sent you earlier, but I'm going to go Cowboys.
Yeah, also give me the Cowboys. I think the difference in this game is the Cowboys pass rush because TJ Watt was getting home to Matt Stafford last week, so unless he can get the ball out quicker on some wide receiver screens, I don't see them having a chance against the Cowboys, honestly.
Yeah, and I think the Cowboys' offense is still better than the Steelers. So
We got to pick them here.
Yep. It was Packers before our Monday night masterclass, but the Vikings are at the Packers. Give me the Vikings, man. I think we're gonna go on a low run.
Vikings.
I think it's going to be a fun game to watch. I really do, but I'm going to go with the Vikings as well. Keep the streak going. They look good the last 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I'm with you guys. I think they ride the momentum in this week.
Saints are at the Colts.
This was another pick I would say.
Yeah. Indianapolis is favored -1, but give me the Saints, man. I think I just think they just have so many weapons. Olave did just get arrested, but so we'll see what happens with that. But give me the Saints, man.
Oh, that might have changed my.
Yeah.
He's going to play. He just was speeding.
Yeah, he will be out.
No,
Wasn't-
he'll
wasn't
be
no-
playing.
Wasn't a Kyler situation.
He'll be
It was-
playing.
It was only
He's-
speeding.
Yeah.
Did they take it and go home?
Give me the Saints reluctantly. I think at some point, even though I want to continue, like, just realistically, the Minshew magic's going to die, so.
See, I don't think so. I'm taking the Colts.
You got the Colts.
I think Josh Downs looked great last week. I think it's only going to expand because Pittman needs the ball more. He only got 2 catches. I think they do wonders against this second. Actually, no, I don't know. 'Cause Lattimore did lock down Ridley like that.
You said it. You said what you said, bro. You
Okay,
said what
we're
you
not taking it
said.
back. We're taking that Colts. I'm trying to switch it up because I can't be taking the same teams as Dom. Right
Yeah,
next
you
to me on
gotta
the
catch up.
leaderboard.
Nah, I wouldn't base your picks on Dom.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying. I was on the edge of this one, but I don't know.
I make my picks before anyone sends me theirs. Give me the Colts.
Colts.
A little split here.
Okay. Patriots are at the Dolphins. The Dolphins own the Patriots, especially in Miami. So give me the Dolphins.
I agree. Give me Miami.
Yeah, Miami all day.
Dolphins, yep.
Jets are at the Giants, man.
It's going to be a fun game.
It is. I plotted on this one for a while. But give me them Giants, man. They're at home. I know. But the defense, man, I get it. But I've seen the Giants put up some points in the past couple weeks, man, and I'm a ride with the Big Blue, man.
Man, Battle in New York. This is going to be one of those games, but I think that secondary for the Jets is just too much to handle for Tyrod Taylor at this point of his age. I'm going to go with the Jets here.
You go ahead, Nate. I'll finish this off.
I'm gonna say Giants reluctantly because if they shut down the run, I think the Giants win with ease. But I could also see Breece Hall going for 150. So give me the Giants.
I think Daniel Jones is good to play in this game.
I wish I would have known that before.
Nope, say what you said.
But I'm taking the Giants surely based on the fact that I'm a Giants fan. I don't. And honestly, real quick, the reason I do think we can win this game is because the Jets' offensive line sucks,
Mm-hmm.
and I think they play a lot like the Commanders that we just beat.
Mhm.
I think they are kind of built as the same team, so that's the only reason I think. All right, this is the team that kind of like the team we just beat, so I think we have a good chance of winning.
Yeah, but I was saying at the beginning of the year that Jets' offensive line is awful, but Jags are at the Steelers. Sorry, Kai. Give me the Steelers.
What are you saying sorry to me for?
Because I know you're like a Jags, like if you had to pick
No,
a
we need to have
second team, would
separate teams. This is how it's going to
Oh,
fluctuate
so,
our records.
So you got the Jags, man.
I didn't say that,
What you got?
but I got the Jags.
Okay.
I got the Jags as well.
I got the Jags, and I'd like to point out if the Steelers played how Kyler thinks they would every week, I think they would be 0-6 or 0-7 because I think Kyler's
Who?
picked against them every week.
Who?
The Steelers.
I have.
Have you picked yeah, I was about to say.
Maybe
I think
0-6
I've
in
had
your
to say
eyes.
Steelers at one time. There's no way.
I'm not gonna lie. I think outside of like week 1, I think I faded the Steelers every week.
Yeah.
So. They're just.
Their record shouldn't
I'm
be what
making
it
this
is.
public.
So we got me and Dom on the Steelers, and then Nate and Kyler on the Jags.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna make this public. The Steelers are so fraudulent.
No, they're
It's
not,
only
dude.
a matter of time before that team fizzles out. Just trust.
It's
I can't
gonna
wait.
be in the playoffs if they fizzle out.
No, it's gonna be
No, they ain't even making
Alright,
the
man.
playoffs.
week 13. Kenny Pickett's gonna be.
You
running
telling
for
me
his
Kenny
life.
Pickett's going to run that team to the playoffs? Hell no. Matt Canada's going to call him up from the dimes. Unless Kenny Pickett's audible in all game. Hell no.
All right, man.
Najee Harris going to take off?
We'll let it play out, man.
I'm just disrespecting because they took my
No, I'm
franchise
being-
player for the year. So I
I'm
don't
being
really
for
care.
real.
Look at Nate's eyes.
I'm going to hate on them the rest of the year.
Get it off your chest, man. Falcons are at the Titans. Man,
This is it.
the Falcons that secondary against probably it's gonna be what's the backup for Titans? What can I remember?
Malik Willis.
Oh, it's
Malik
Malik. Oh, I
Willis.
seen something. They're
Yeah.
doing a
Oh,
50-50.
bro.
They're doing a 50-50.
With
uh,
Will
Malik
Levis?
Willis is
and
playing.
Malik. They're doing 50-50 with
Yeah,
Malik
bro,
and
give me
Will
the
Levis.
Falcons. Give me the Falcons.
Yeah, I got the Falcons.
Falcons.
I'm gonna take the Falcons as well, but every time I take the Falcons, I always say this: fade whatever I do.
I think you'll be all right. I think Titans, they're shopping right now, their players, with the Kevin Byard trade yesterday, actually, to the Eagles, of course, just make them better. The Titans are in rebuild mode. I think it's coming to light real soon.
And this next one, I know Nate thought about real hard. The Eagles are at the Commanders.
I'm not
Eagles.
gonna lie. Commanders have been showing their colors lately.
Yeah. Give me the Eagles.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Eagles as well. I'm off the Sam Howell train. No disrespect to the Giants, but that's a winnable game, and you didn't win. So
Yeah, give me the Eagles too.
Browns are at the Seahawks. This is probably
It's going to be a good game.
yeah one of the games
Definitely.
up there. I mean, not a lot great action this week on paper, but this is one.
It's going to be a defensive game
Yeah. Give me the Seahawks, though, man.
against my little Brownies. I mean, I can see it. This is all pending on Deshaun Watson, but obviously we're doing this on a Tuesday, so we're going to hope for the best. Taking my Browns. I just really hope for another defensive masterclass this game.
I think the Browns they've been playing so good, but it being in Seattle is so huge.
It is, definitely.
So I'm gonna say the Seahawks. Reluctantly.
Would have take the Browns. Their pass rush can get to Geno like the Bengals did. I don't see this game being a problem. So let's hope it goes that way and Deshaun plays. And
I think we'll be all right. Honestly, but I will say, though, if Deshaun does not play and you have PJ against this secondary, I think it's going to be a rough. It's not going to look like last week, I don't think,
I don't even know which one's better, bro.
to be honest. Taking the
I
Browns.
don't know, but there's a $250 million difference.
Actually, no, Geno's like, what? He got signed for a good
Are you
contract.
talking about your backup?
About PJ Walker.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're about $248 million difference for sure.
Kylie said, ah, ta, ta.
Ravens are at the Cardinals.
Lamar's on MVP watch. I'm taking the Ravens.
He is, man. Ravens.
Do we ever know when's Kyler Murray supposed to be back?
Soon.
Because he just started
Couple
practicing
weeks.
last week.
Couple weeks, maybe.
I'm gonna take the Ravens. Like I said earlier, I mean, when you have a head coach and quarterback playing as good as he is right now, it's hard to fade a team like that.
Give me the Ravens.
Chiefs are at the Broncos. I mean, we got to see this again. Give me the Chiefs.
I know we literally just watched this.
Hopefully the Chiefs can
I know.
trade for Jerry Jeudy after this game, but give me the Chiefs.
At least it's not on primetime this
It
week.
won't happen.
Give me the Chiefs.
We all believe James.
Give me the Chiefs, but reluctantly, actually.
Reluctantly.
Yeah, I mean they're playing in Denver. Denver's coming off a win.
It is tough in Denver. But
And I thought Denver played them pretty tough the first Thursday night last week or whatever. So give me the Chiefs reluctantly.
Mhm.
I like the Broncos points in this game.
Respect. Bengals are at the 49ers.
Another one good game.
Man,
I'll
we might have to
kick
post
this
that
to
clip.
us.
We
This
might have
is-
to run that clip
This
back.
is kind of a hard one
I
because
have to.
the Bengals' offense is coming to light, and the 49ers are starting to get a little bit cold. Back-to-back losses against teams they should have won against.
I know, and I picked the Niners, okay? And I just can't see them losing 3 in a row, and that's my reason. It's probably not a good one, but give me the 49ers.
It being in San Fran is like, that sucks.
It is tough in San Fran, too.
But give me the Bengals.
Yeah,
Money line.
I'm with Dom. I just can't see them losing 3 in a row. I do think it's going to be a close game, and I think the Bengals offense does come together. Could have game of the year potential. But give me San Fran because I like Brock Purdy at home.
I just want to say I did send something in the group chat earlier. We were in the same position the last 2 years. Everybody said we couldn't do nothing and that we were supposed to beat the Browns and the Ravens. That's who's going to win the division.
Mhm.
But, I mean, I've seen this team, like, when we get hot, we are the scariest team in the league.
I agree, but are you hot enough? Right.
But
at
we're
this
about
very
to
moment?
find out.
This is
We're
that
about to
week.
find out.
I agree. I'm going to take 49ers, though.
Understand,
No, I'm not hating on you
Yeah,
because I actually
no.
do, but it's just like 3 losses for the 49ers. The Bengals are looking hot. I just think it's going to be one of them games, man. I
Like-
think it does
like,
have
to
the
be
potential.
fair, if I was not a Bengals fan,
It's
I
hard to
would
bet
take the
against them.
49ers.
Yeah. I mean, I hadn't even had my second cup of coffee yet, and Nate sent about an hour-long text about the Bengals. I mean, props to you, bud,
Yeah.
for that, because that's a true fan right there. But we get some primetime action right here, man.
Oh, prime time.
Primetime action, bro.
Good games.
I mean, we got Tyson Bagent versus Justin Herbert. Man, Bears are at the Chargers. There's going to be a lot of Bears fans at this game. Give me the Chargers. I hate it. I hate saying that.
I just think Austin Eckler hasn't scored in 2 weeks. He's playing
Damn.
against his Bears. Yeah, he hasn't. Since he's been back, he hasn't scored in
Yeah.
2 weeks because he sold my parlay last week. I was really upset. But anyway, I think he's going to smoke them this game. I'll take the Chargers here.
Kyler didn't bear down this week.
I think Eckler 2 touchdowns is a lock for this week.
Yeah, I think even though the Chargers have really been looking fraudulent, bear down. Give me the Bears.
Whoa. You're taking the
Upset
best
of the
D2
week.
quarterback against Justin Herbert?
Yeah.
Okay. I respect
Because
that.
I didn't expect that boy to do anything last week. And, I mean, the Bears' defense has been looking good lately.
They're looking half
I
better.
respect
Half
the
better.
pick, bro. I really do.
I do, bro, because
Dude, the Chargers are frauds.
And the Chargers have been a little
And they should
injury-prone.
win this game. And, like, if I get my pick wrong, I'm going to be like, wow, I'm a dumbass. But
No.
If you get it right, you're like a genius.
if I get it right, I'm just going to fade the Chargers the rest of the year.
Calling it now. Live action.
Yeah, give me the Chargers. But I like where your head's at, Nate.
The line is Chargers -8.5. By the way,
Holy shit.
that's crazy. And then another just primetime action that the NFL is giving us right now. The Raiders are at the Lions. This could be sneaky though, man.
Could be a sneaky one, actually.
I
Could
don't think
be.
it's sneaky at all.
But
I think
the
you got Brian
Lions-
Hoyer back there, huh?
Yeah, bro, that was like one of the craziest calls of the bro. Just McDaniel being like, "This is my guy. He's 40. I don't care." But like,
And they have a
Give me a-
rookie quarterback.
Dude, I don't
Yeah,
think
give me
he
Lions.
genuinely likes coaching, like being a head coach.
Did you see what he said after the press conference?
Like, I think he's
about his
just trying to
quarterbacks?
purposely get himself fired.
He was like, yeah, we basically don't have our best guy, so we try to put who we fit was best. Even though the rookie the last week, even though he didn't have like the greatest game, he didn't look terrible. And then he
Yeah.
put a 40-year-old in who looked absolutely dog
I mean,
water.
to be fair, like, going into that game, I probably would put in Brian Hoyer
Well,
over.
to be honest, if you look at the last week with Devontae, he got the ball a decent amount from the rookie. What did he catch this week with Hoyer? Damn near barely touched the ball this week.
yeah,
It's kind of sad.
who y'all got?
Lions down for sure.
Definitely not the Raiders. Give me the Lions.
Man, give me the Lions.
That's it, man. That was it for our picks. We do got one more segment for y'all. Trade deadline will be happening when we record next week. So we are going to draft 3 players that you would love to see get traded this season. This is who you would love to get see, not who you think is most likely to get traded. So don't be out there next. But we're going to go snake draft. We're going to start with Kyler.
Yeah, with this trade deadline last year, around this time, trades really heated up last year, so it was kind of a good idea. I was like, let's try to like just give us some hypothetical trades. We'll see what goes on. So we all picked 5 trades that we like. We're gonna do our best 3, different players, obviously. And the first one we're gonna start out with is kind of a banger, low key. We're gonna start it off with Saquon Barkley over to the Ravens. And hear me out. J.K. Dobbins is out for the year. Saquon's on expiring contract. Giants need more. No, this is all. This is why it's hypothetical.
Yeah,
like
I'm
this
listening.
is like
I'm listening.
it could be possible. Ravens are in win now mode. Their offense is looking elite. Their only really spot where they're lacking right now is running back depth, like really bad. Now you add someone like a Saquon who is such a hybrid in this offense, and the Giants do need like draft capital because they're kind of like a little bit of a rebuild. Not rebuild, but they don't have enough to win like a Super Bowl obviously right now. So I think this is a win-win trade. Saquon goes to a contending team, which would be really good for the Ravens, and then the Giants can kind of look more into their future, which I think they should do. So this is just my first hypothetical trade.
I'm going to kind of play off you. I had this one number 1 on my list. Josh Jacobs to the Ravens.
Really?
Yeah.
So are we kind of cooking something up here for the Ravens?
Ooh, the Ravens, we think they need a running back. I mean, it was obvious. Gus Edwards about got caught last week. I don't know if y'all saw that.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
JK's out probably forever.
But, I mean, what a better – let's keep the John Gruden alive, and one of John Gruden's guys, let's put him on the Ravens, man. Let's see it. That's what I got.
I'm gonna play. You guys are gonna hate this one, but I was thinking about this all day, and it's to the Ravens as well. I was
Wow.
thinking
Ravens making some moves. Huh?
Derrick Henry to the Ravens.
That could be. That's another. Hey, that's actually not a bad one. Though.
I just feel like the
actually don't hate it.
Titans are selling. Like, as much as from a Bengals perspective, I would hate to see that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But from an NFL perspective, I think Lamar and someone like Derrick Henry, that'd be like
That'd be a fun-ass
That'd be
combo.
right there with like the tush push as like unstoppable goal line offense.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I agree.
That's a Madden team right there.
That is. Yeah.
No, but that's kind of crazy. We all picked 3 running backs going to the Ravens as our first starters. So I really think the Ravens might make a big running back move. We'll see.
Mhm.
You've seen it last year with McCaffrey, and look how that paid out for them. They didn't lose the rest of the year.
It's the truth.
Go ahead, kind of stick with the running backs, not to the Ravens, but like to see Dalvin Cook go to the Browns.
Ooh.
I think he'd fit well in that offense. Give him kind of a home run running back threat that I don't think they have right now. And I know Jerome Ford went out last week, so
Mhm.
that's something to keep an eye on.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Hunt's doing all the workload, so I can actually see it for like a late draft capital or something like that for sure.
Pick swaps, whatever the case
Yeah.
may be.
It's a good one. Right back to you, James.
Me again.
Yeah, snake draft.
Okay. Oh,
I can go if you want me to.
no, I got you. I know we kind of talked about it for the beginning of the year, but I'd still like to see Justin Fields get shipped to the Falcons. Whether they pick up some draft capital, I don't know really what they could get for him, but just kind of tank this season and just hit full rebuild mode.
Caleb Williams is
Yeah,
on your radar.
Because, I mean, if you can get some draft capital, and I think the Falcons, that would really help their offense.
That'd be elite offense.
I think he could turn it around down there. So
I really like that trade. I mean, I know we talked about it earlier, but the more I look into it, like I just see like Justin Fields is perfect for that offense. I really do. Because it'd be a threat. Like their running threat would be like insane, and then like hopefully he can use some targets like Kyle Pitts and
Jake London.
Yeah, for sure. Be
All
a
right.
fun team.
I'm still not bought into Zach Wilson all the way.
Okay.
And they are 3-3, so I mean Zach Wilson could finish this year looking great. But Jameis Winston is warming up a bench, and I hate to see that. So I want to see Jameis Winston go to the Jets, and he's gonna sling that rock all over.
You're
the
basically
field.
getting the same player though, aren't you?
No,
Bro, I was joking last week when I said this is your opportunity. But go get it off your chest, man.
Nope. Let Jameis shine, man.
I mean, we can't get Kirk. I guess so.
Yeah, he's no trade clause, but I'm not gonna. I feel like I want to take somebody. Nah, I'm gonna just go with my heart, man. I think this one. I doubt this is on anybody's list. Hunter Renfrow to the Bills.
Like
That's
that Cole
interesting.
Beasley.
Yeah, like the Cole Beasley, the McKenzie. I mean, they've always had these possession type dudes, and it just seems like they don't have one this year.
Yeah.
So he's not been getting any play on the Raiders,
They're shopping him right now.
and they're shopping him. What a better spot to go to than the Bills for me.
I like that.
Yeah.
The second one that I'm gonna do, it's kind of like it's 2-1. It's obvious. It's just one trade, but it kind of leads into like something that would happen in the off season. So this is for the Vikings though, and that's if I know even if Kirk doesn't get traded, I would love to see Kirk get traded to the Jets this year. Kind of go into like a little rebuild mode for the Vikings. But the one thing I really liked, if Kirk was to leave the Vikings, I would prefer him to go to the Jets. I think he'd fit that system. But in the off season, this would lead for a big move for the Vikings to make for a trade for Kyler Murray. And you might call me crazy, but you know how I like do my little solo Madden sessions. And I put Kyler Murray on the Vikings, and he's a scheme fit, first off, on that team. And he plays – I think that offense would be elite with Kyler Murray. I really do. With Addison, Hawkinson, Jettas, and then you got Kyler Murray, who was just like a field general. And
Dom's loving it.
I actually genuinely like this trade a lot, and I actually seen something on Twitter a couple days later after I made this league, like a hypothetical trade of Kyler Murray going to the Vikings, so I just had to bring it up.
Bro.
So kind of get rid of Kirk Cousins, let him go over, do his stand at the Jets, and then bring Kyler Murray in the offseason. That's kind of what I like.
That almost made me tear up a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. That was good.
I like it.
That was some GM stuff. I like that. All right, man. This next one, I mean, we're all doing stuff for each other, man. We love each other here. So I'm gonna do this one for the Bengals.
Ooh.
The Bengals, they go out. They've not been rocking with my boy Irv Smith because you see what he really is, don't you? He's not much.
Dude, we don't know.
So
how
you
he's
go
doing.
out and get Zach Ertz.
Zach Ertz from the
We'll
Cardinals.
probably get him cheap.
That's my trade, man.
I'm actually gonna play off of that because I had to do, as a homer, I had to do one for my team, and I know he just called a touchdown pass for me this week, but and I don't know how. Listen, salary cap when we do this doesn't matter. All right, it's all hypothetical.
Yeah.
I want to see Darren Waller on the Bengals offense.
They just traded for Darren Waller. They're not getting rid of him.
I'm just
It's
saying.
what he wants to see, man. If we make a list, somebody's getting
Because I was
disliked.
gonna say Kyle Pitts, but like
Yeah,
he's too expensive.
yeah.
I like to see Joe Burrow on the Giants.
Hey, it's hypothetical.
For my last one,
What's your second one? Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Never mind. You're right. My fault.
yeah,
We messed up. You should have went twice, but
Yeah.
you'll got there.
We're good.
but I know this is kind of outdated, but it's the Eagles. Honestly, I think they can sign any star player, and everyone's just like, "Oh, the Eagles did it again." I know they just got
Howard Roseman.
they got Byard, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
So I still think they need safety help, and I think they try to go out and get Buda Baker.
Buda Baker. I can see that. That'd be a big pickup. You're
Sadly.
paying a lot, though. You're paying a lot for Buda.
If
That's
the Eagles
the
did
Eagles.
something like that, they need to be under investigation. They
Dude.
should already be under
They
investigation.
should. With already how they're drafting, getting Eli Ricks undrafted, and I genuinely thought Eli Ricks was going to be a second or third round corner. He went undrafted, and they got him. And now he's looking like the best undrafted free agent. So they need to be investigative because they're doing something with these little inside motions with the NFL.
I think Howie Roseman might have dirt on the Titans.
Something,
owner.
dude.
Yeah.
Maybe.
AJ Brown and now Kevin Byard.
Yeah,
That's
no.
literally their two best players.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
No, you're the only one not go. It's your last one, Kai.
You didn't go. What was your third one?
I had Hunter Renfro, Zach Ertz, and
Oh,
Josh
okay.
Jacobs.
Well, for my last one, this one's probably the most realistic trade because there's already been talks for a couple weeks now, and that goes with Jerry Jeudy. I seen where you put him on your list, and I actually had 3 teams where Jerry Jeudy, I really think he'll get traded at the deadline, and he'll have 3 teams to go to. So first one you already had down, the Panthers. The Panthers already noted that they're looking for a young receiver to pair with Bryce Young to build some chemistry. I think outside of Adam Thielen, the Panthers don't have much. You can get Jeudy, not for like a cheap price, but you can get him for fairly cheap, and I think he'd fit there.
I think Steve Smith would kill somebody if he got drafted or traded to the Panthers.
That would
Yeah.
be all-time comedy, bro.
Yeah. And the second team I seen Jerry Jeudy being landed spot, believe it or not, is actually Cleveland. I've seen something about Cleveland being a fit for Jerry Jeudy. With Amari Cooper's contract leaving after this year, I don't think they'll sign him at 30 years old. You get kind of a similar player, obviously. Not like similar, but Jeudy is a route runner, and you kind of have him fill in where Amari Cooper would. I actually would like to see him on the Browns, but my last team I could also see making a move for him is the Colts. Kind of give them with these little young quarterbacks, let them work in some chemistry. So that's probably my most realistic trade I was going to come in with today. It's Jerry Jeudy to those 3 teams.
I like it, man. We're going to see what the trade deadline brings, man. That was another episode of Take Time Out, man. Keep up with us on the socials, man. Subscribe, comment down. Any ideas y'all got, questions, stuff like that, man. It was real, y'all. Peace.